Oh, I've not done this live before. I can't tell if it's actually working or not. I've got all my seeds sitting here in front of me. I don't have enough bench space. I'll just wait a few minutes. It looks like there's 3 people on. If anyone's here and you're watching, can you just let me know if this is working? I'll check myself. Is that working? Yes, okay. Oh. Well, I've got all my seeds out for autumn. I have quite a few. I'll move the thing back so you can see. So I've got all my seeds over here spread out. I tried to start organising them and it all got a little bit too hectic. So we're just gonna see how we go with these. All right, just let me know if you can't hear anything. I've discovered over summer I've been buying sweet pea seeds like crazy as it transpires, and old ones. I've got this massive, it's not massive, but massive pile, but I've got some new sweet pea seeds to try this year. And I'm really excited for this one, the Elegance Lavender. Let's see if it will work. Oh, wow, it does work. Oh, no. This one here is for flowering in late winter, so when the days are shorter. Oh, so hi. You know, when you're like desperate at the end of winter for something to flower and just have sort of something going on, I saw this pop up and I thought this would be worth a go. This one goes into it goes from late winter to early spring. Nimbus has done really well. This is so bizarre where the camera is. Nimbus sweet pea. I got a bunch obviously from these are all from Susie Ripley Gardening. And I was just thinking about sweet peas today. I've grown them for such a long time. And I used to put so much bits and bobs in the soil, like I think they're quite heavy feeders. And I remembered I used to put lime in the garden, in the soil before I planted them. They seem to like that. They like it more alkaline. So I'm going to do that this year and try some horse poo as well and see how that goes. I got thrips all through my sweet peas this year. Yeah, for the last few years I've had thrips really bad, and it actually is such a shame, especially I did there's no photo, but mammoth white sweet peas, and I mean obviously the thrips are so much more obvious in those white flowers, so that's a bit of a bugger. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into what I can do because there's nothing there now. Like I've stripped this. I've got like a sweet pea frame. Is it an insect? Yes, it's an insect. And they usually, I think I started noticing some at November this year. That I feel like that's quite early for here. But they're kind of like, they look like tiny ants. And they're quite a nightmare because they, you know, when the flowers are in bud, they're sort of nestled up in there. So you might not see that you've got them, and then you've got a bouquet of flowers and suddenly you've got all these little bugs, you know, going around. Whereas something like the, I call them passion fruit vine hoppers, they just jump off. So at least if you're giving someone flowers, you know, if you condition the flowers, hopefully the bugs will hop off and you can give the flowers without that. But yeah, thrips, that's something I've got to work on, because again, last year I had them a little bit last year, not as bad as this year, and I'd cleared the bed and they still came back. So yeah, that's that one. But yeah, I've got quite a few different sweet peas, but some of these, like what's this, blue butterflies, that one was really nice this year. And some of these seeds, like the ones with the flower, the photos, originals, these are just like from Mighty 10 ones. I think they're Yates. I've ripped the top off. Hammett's Surprise. Patricia Ann. I met Keith Hammett years and years ago, probably like, I don't know, 13 years ago at a plant fair once. He was very lovely, and I got some very nice ones from him. The next thing I'm going to try and start shortly is Campanula, the cups and saucers. Cups and saucers, is that what sometimes people call them? I've got them in pink as well. I just did white this year. Oh, that's got to get used to that. Pink and white this year. And I really like them. And I just noticed today, so you get one really good tall flush, and they're very strong. Like I don't think I've staked any of mine. And like this is the first year I've properly grown them. I think I grew like the perennial version years ago. And so I cut the tall flush first for using in arrangements, and I've just kind of left the plant sitting there. And I noticed today there's like a big area where they've just sort of shot away as almost like a ground cover. So that looks quite cool. This one from King Seeds, the Campanula Cup and Saucer, I think this is one of those mixes where it's got like purple, white, and pink in it. But I wanted the option of these because I really loved the whites. And I did a arrangement for a funeral, and I got some off Rachel from Harvest Bloom Flowers, and they were incredible, and they were such a lovely pink. And I remember at that time in the season, the lady particularly liked pink. That's why we were going for that. And I had a whole lot of purple at that time, not a whole lot of pink. So I wanted to beef that up a little bit. So I've got them. And Ruth, I don't even know if you're here. I've got heaps of seeds from Ruth. So these are Campanula mix. So yeah, I'll have to find out from her. I wonder if they're the same, as those. Yeah, so I'm actually just making piles to sort of make sense of all of my seeds. Status, the pink pokers, I always call it rat's tail status. I don't know if that's right or wrong. I just saved don't do it in Snaplock bags. I was desperate because these were at mum's and I completely forgot about them. And I had some Scabiosa, the ping pong star ball, whatever you want to call them, seed heads. And obviously they were a little damp and they were awful. Something smelled terrible when I got my big, because I've got like this massive box here, and I just had a heck of a lot of I've got like all these saved seeds everywhere, and then just straight, I didn't even bother putting this Orlea in anything. I went to the toilet before after setting everything up and realized I had Orlea, like it's almost like forget-me-not, where it's spiky and it just sticks to everything, which you can see why that is everywhere in the garden. Anywho, that was a side quest. I threw the Scabiosa away because it was rotting and it was smelling. I really like this status, and in fact I've got some still dried from last year or the year before, and it keeps its color really well. And I did not grow enough of this year, and we used it in our workshop, so I haven't got any to save to dry because it's quite nice. I think I used it in like very late winter. Very late winter. There were some daffodils and things, and I just added that as a bit of something because we just had a whole lot of yellow. And I think you get from King Seeds 750 seeds in this, so I don't think I really needed to save seeds, to be fair. So if anyone wants some seeds, hit me up. Oh, Ruth. Yes, it's a mix of white and pink and purple. Oh, okay, so that will be the same as the Campanula one then. Ruth, I just found so many seeds that I've got of yours. Honesty, I feel like I might have missed the boat for that, and I was hoping that I would get that done shortly. And the other one was, I've found some foxgloves as well. Do you know what the foxglove mix was, Ruth? It just says foxglove mixed. Not that I'm fussed. I'll still plant the honesty. Okay, perfect. Oh, did I read that it's better to, if you sow it in spring, the plant, it does the typical kind of biennial thing. If you do it, yeah, I'll check that one out and make a note. The next thing I've got is Nigella Love in a Mist. Sue, do you know what this one is? Nigella? It's so pretty. I wish I had some. I've got a few plants here that I thought I'd just bring along to have a look at, but I've got the green pod and the black pod, and I really want to grow a lot of this so that I've got the seed heads, because I love seed heads. Pink and purple and white foxgloves, perfect. Okay, cool. I took them recently to my grandma's, recently meaning the last few months, and scattered them around everywhere, so hopefully we'll just have them popping up willy-nilly. So loving the mist. I'm just gonna start putting stuff aside that I'm going to start shortly, and that is definitely one of them. Sweet peas being the first ones as well. The other thing that I really liked this year, the sort of pale purple corn. Oh my goodness, that camera! Pale purple cornflowers. I did not think I would like those. I find the blue tricky for the colors that I tend to use. I like it, but that's what I've mainly grown. I'm sorry, I've got the man flu from my husband in case I keep sniffing, so sorry about that. So we've got black bull. Oh, that's super easy to remember. Mauve bull, and then pink bull. The pink ones are really lovely too. At my first workshops in November and December, there were a lot of cornflowers and they did well. And cornflowers, if you sow them in autumn, grow much taller and healthier. Oh yes, so definitely get some. Yeah. Well, have a look at King Seeds, because there's a whole bunch of different ones. Yeah. Those will go there. What was the next thing? Lupin. I did so many lupins this year. I think I got one flower stem. Let's see if I find that mine will flower first. Yes. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Ruth. Lupins. I suspect I planted them in a bad place and they got taken over by the other plants, and so they couldn't actually flower. Right there. Oh, that's good to know. Okay. I mean, King Seeds, you could almost get everything from now. It's amazing, the stuff that they've got. I'm going to try lupin one more time. This is the snow pixie. I wish I had the, I think it's called the pages, the sort of more reddy. Well, I thought it was red, but actually it turned out pink here. So anyway, I'm going to try lupin again. The next thing, more of your seeds, Ruth, the Sweet William pink and white. That's done really well this year. I'm thinking, oh God, I'm not the only one. Okay, cool. That makes me feel better about the lupins. I'm thinking I'm going to try and cut these back and just leave them and see what happens, the Sweet Williams, because they did really well. And the plants themselves are looking really healthy. The flowers are coming to the end. But I think I'll just do that. I actually did. So your mix, which was the pink and white, and I sowed a bunch of them at the same time, and your ones came out first, so you're the winner. I did Purple Crown from Emmerdon. I actually remember, I think I might have got like one good plant out of that. I've put the dianthus in here as well. I'm not sure I'm going to do the whole dianthus carnation. I did some lovely, these were pretty, they're from Crawford Road, Marie Charbard. Why do they make plant names so? There it is. It's that one there. It's really pretty, but has it just been an extra wet summer? I'm not sure. They just seem to get damaged by the rain really, really easily. Whereas those other, like the ones you have, Ruth, they remind me of. Where's the camera? That bottom one there. Those ones, and they just seem to go and go. They don't really get affected that much by the weather. I mean, they're starting to look bad now, but I mean, they've been sat there for, I feel like some of those flowers have sat there for months, just the same flower, it seems like. So anyway, but of course, we know I like to grow things from seed. So, and I am going to be minimizing things like annuals, because I clearly can't keep up with, I'm actually really good at keeping up with stuff in late winter and spring. It's basically from Christmas onwards that everything goes kaput, because it's school holidays and the vases sell really well at that time, and I sort of thought there'd be a break, and there wasn't. So I need stuff. I need some perennials and things that are more hardy over this late summer part to tide me over, so the garden still looks nice, and I've still got stuff. Other stems on how long? The carnation stems were really long. Like some of them were. This is a bad gauge. They were really decent, and all of the. So I've got these dianthus. I would call these Sweet Williams. Dianthus Amazon Rose Magic, and they look like the bottom. Where am I? That one there, or that doesn't really. Oh, hold on, I've got one here. Just ignore how it looks a bit bad now, this flower. So this is the from Egmont. This is the Dianthus Amazon Rose Magic, and Ruth, yours looked very similar to this. So I wonder if they're sort of seeds from that. The stem on this, I cut quite a lot off. This one here was, it's hard to show you, but probably like that much taller. These did really, really well. And the good thing about these is they stay on the plant and look good for such a long time. And I actually really like them. They have like kind of the spiky greenery here. I like them before they even flower, just as a little bit of greenery. We had some burgundy looking ones before winter finished, and they were flowering heaps, and they had the burgundy, and then they had the green seed heads, flower buds, and they're amazing. I really like them, but I have a whole, what's that insect? I have a whole bed dedicated to these. Now I'm thinking possibly, watching the way they grow, I could just sort of put them around the garden and put something else in their spot. Oh my goodness, sorry, now there's heaps of comments. Lupins, yes, Sweet William, yes. I keep getting, it's so confusing, because to me, a dianthus, like the one I was just showing, to me, I feel like that's a Sweet William. And then I feel like a dianthus is more carnation. Sorry, that's just my own thing. I'll move on from all of those. So yeah, I've got a few of those. Yeah, there's a few. There's a lady I watch in America on YouTube, and her name is, I think her channel's North something. I'll put it in the thing at the end. And she has a fantastic garden, and she does lots of cool season stuff. And yeah, she does all these fantastic different things. And now I've completely lost my train of thought. Some would say I've seen a possum. Dianthus is a Sweet William. It's confusing, because then some carnations look like the dianthus. Like to me, this one here, if this is the yellow one that I've got, that to me looks like a carnation, which isn't super my vibe. Okay, I'll move on. Has anyone grown bronze fennel before? Mini carnation. Oh dear. We're getting into the dianthus and the mini carnation chats. Bronze fennel. I should have brought some of that plant in. I clearly just watch too many overseas people on YouTube. I don't really watch normal TV that much. I just watch about gardening and sewing and knitting and all those fun things. Georgie from Common Farm Flowers in England. I saw her growing this, and I thought, yay, because it's got that bronze texture, and I think coming now into some more autumnal colours that might look quite cool. I think, oh my, this is so weird doing it backwards. The plant is actually, anyway, in the black. I've got a black vase here. Like, I reckon in the black vase, the bronze foliage would look really cool, especially with like the rusty colours. So dianthus and carnation in the same. Yeah. They're all just related. I wish we'd just call them one thing. And then just different cultivars. All right, so that's one I'm definitely going to grow. Now I don't know where I've put it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so bronze fennel is going down. The other thing I'm thinking of is just doing little bits at a time, so that I have staggered plantings. and especially things that generally you get like 1 or 2 at the most decent stems from. So like with the where are they? The campanulas, I will probably stagger them quite a lot, just so that we sort of spread out. I mean, you can't really control the weather anyway though, but spread out what's happening with them. Bells of Ireland. I think I'm going to give this one more go. Every single year, the snails get this. I try so hard. I get so excited. If you're not out there snail hunting in that sort of late winter or even during winter, if you've got plants on the go, and early spring, like honestly, if it is the slightest bit wet, you need to be outside catching the snails, because they just go after, and they don't go after something that grows like super easy. I'm just trying to think of something that's like prolific. They always just, for me, I find this hard to germinate already. And then when you have something like a snail just going and chomping away on it, it's like, it's quite soul destroying. I noticed as I've pulled all my seeds out that I've got many double up open packs. So I'm going to give them another go. Equilegias, again, trying to do the perennial thing. This lady on a Facebook group, my grandma saw one of her posts and commented on it, and she said, if you want seeds, just message her and she'll send them. This thing was like absolutely chocker, and I wish I had the photo saved. I think we tried to look for it and we couldn't find it. This was chocker full of Equilegia seeds, and I started some probably this time last year, and then I started some in spring, and then I got to the point where I was just sort of biffing them around the garden everywhere, and just thought, well, we'll see what happens. So no idea what these are. I've got black Barlow Equilegia to do as well. I was kind of thinking about trying to get, look, another Bells of Ireland. I was thinking I would try and get some of the perennial stuff done sooner rather than later. So, yep, Equilegias. And once you've got Equilegias, you'll always have Equilegias. They definitely, it's a bit like having a foxglove or something. They're just always there. Let's get these out of the way. Got another cornflower classic mix. So I imagine that would be the pink, the blue, the mauve maybe, and the dark one. So I'll put that there. Definitely coming up shortly, I'll be doing Feverfew. I looked at this bag before. This is so bad. I never label when I save stuff because I go, oh, I know what that is. I'm pretty sure that to me looks like Feverfew, and it's got the tiniest little seeds. I wouldn't have a clue which one though. But I've got the Tetra White Wonder here. We really liked, I did a post the other day about Feverfew. That's probably like one of my all-time favorite flowers. I don't know why. Especially, is it the Tetra White? Just the plain one with the yellow inside. I just find, I don't know, for me, I can use them in anything. And we used the Snowball. I think I got that one from Emmerdon maybe. I think, yeah, definitely. And I did stagger these very well this year. Like I had some flowering right at the start of spring and all the way through, whether here or at my mum's house where the overflow plants go. You could see even my grandma's house with the overflow plants. Like I just picked some. These ones is what I'm talking about. Can we see there? Yeah, so Feverfew. And lots of different cornflowers that mix in there. Oh, is it? Oh, is that the one that I just had, Ruth? Oh, yeah, the classic mix. Oh, that's good to know. Okay, so the cornflower classic mix has lots of different cornflowers, and you rate it. So, okay, definitely do that. So we're definitely doing Feverfew and try and do multiple sowings throughout the season. Obviously, like you don't have to grow stuff in autumn. I'm growing stuff in autumn because I love anything over winter because I'm out in the garden way more. I love growing things from seed and from cuttings. I get all giddy. I get more excited going out to the greenhouse to see what's going on than seeing my family. I don't think anyone else would be like that, would they? No. Yeah, you don't have to. What you could do, it gives you earlier flowers in spring. And also there are things like the cornflower or like an amimagus will be way bigger. The amimagus would be way bigger if you did it in autumn, which is kind of cool. You can adjust what you want. Yeah, like if you don't have that much space, you could just do it in spring and it'll be a smaller plant. Yeah, I just really like to grow stuff. I like giving it away. Yes, that's definitely why we're friends. Do you direct sow or so? What do you are you talking about a plant specifically or in general? In general, I actually prefer to sow in trays because I feel like I've got more control over it. Yeah, in general, I do that. I've got a lot of snails. I don't know why. I've done a lot of snail hunts, and just when you think you've got it, then they just come back. So I tend to do in trays, unless something really hates being disturbed. But even what did I do? Oh, Nigella don't like their roots being disturbed. I've done that plenty of times. I think people say sweet peas don't like their roots being disturbed. I always transplant them, and I see people transplanting them when they're really little so that there's like less roots to move. I think as long as you have them in like a deep pot, so that if you dig a deep enough hole and they're in, like I put them in, I actually got these really great tall sort of square but tall pots a while ago, and I think they're really good. And I just put a seed in each corner. So there's 4 plants. Yeah, I feel like I have way more success. I've got a greenhouse, so you don't need a greenhouse. For years I used to have those plastic tubs, and our whole lounge would just be at night time full of them, and then in the day it would be outside on the deck, and then bring it in, and it was a whole hoo-ha. Sometimes I still do that when I've run out of room in the greenhouse. I did buy 2 zippy greenhouses as well for the overflow. But yeah, I definitely do. It's up to you. There are some things that do really well and they're just prolific. You could try sweet peas straight in the ground. It's a lot less work. And to be fair, I've got a lot here that I could just give it a go. Sometimes I just like to give stuff a go and see what happens, because they might actually do better, because if you forget to water your plants, suddenly you might have no plants, and then that would be, you'd be worse off. Poppies I did Iceland Windsong last year from King Seeds. I really liked this one. It was beautiful and it did really well. Same with the Bridal Silk. I've got all these notes to myself: chill for 2 to 3 weeks. Yes, these were great. I would do little bits often rather than a whole lot at once. Depending, if you're trying to do like a big display, say you were doing a roundabout, you would want them all to look good at the same time, because it would be weird if it was patchy. So then obviously you do them all at the same time. But for like a home garden, and if you have it in multiple areas, it might be quite nice to have. Oh, have you got it as well? Oh, perfect. Oh, I've been saving seed of the snowball. That's a good one. That's at Crawford Road, isn't it? Here. Anyway, poppies. We've got Hungarian bread seed poppy. I really like this one for the seed heads. They're really cool. This year I will be better at putting them somewhere a bit more protected and staking them, because sometimes I like wild and sort of wobbly things, but some of them they were sort of like turned inside and it wasn't really usable. So yeah, I'll be a bit better with that. And then The black peony poppy, I always grow this for my grandma because she loves it. It's a shame the foliage on this gets quite ratty. Like, is it our climate? Potentially, like maybe a fungal thing. I ended up just stripping most of the leaves off because they get massive. But that's a definite pretty one. And there's one that I would absolutely move to the South Island to be able to grow, the Himalayan poppy. Has anyone seen that? The blue one? The blue one is amazing. I would absolutely move down there for that. What's next? Get that out of the way. Oh my God, there's Orlea all over the table. Oh, calendula. All right. Okay, well, you can just tell me what else is there as well if I pop stuff up. Oh, look. Can you see the Orlea? It's stuck to this camera. It's stuck to my finger. Calendula. So I love strawberry blonde. I've got orange flash and Pacific apricot beauty. And I love, if we grow these early enough, for me anyway, they grow throughout winter. I absolutely love them. And I've got one just that I cut earlier. I'm pretty sure, now I don't know, looking at it, is the strawberry blonde? I mean, I would have thought so. It could be the orange flash, maybe. It looks more strawberry in real life. Anyway, I really like these. And heaps of people don't like using calendula in arrangements. Strawberry blonde, yeah. Oh, thanks. I just knew. I had a feeling. Because they're sticky, people don't like using them? I don't know. I quite like them. I just saved a terrible looking coreopsis. It's really coming to the end here now. I've got coreopsis, incredible swirl to do. See, on here it says 6 to 8 weeks before last frost. I did these in autumn last year and they were fantastic. In the greenhouse though. So yeah, I feel like they'd be fine to do in autumn because they're wanting 20 to 25 degrees optimal germination. And you're saying 6 to 8 weeks before last frost. I mean, you're going to have to put heat on them. Anyway, that's what these are. Sorry, they're looking a little bit at the end now. But I got another variety from Amber Nursery in Cambridge this year. And it sort of had a more, like this is burgundy with the cream. The one that I got was actually more burgundy and like a pale yellow. And I think I've saved, this is where things become a problem. No, I don't think that's them. Anyway, I've saved some of the seeds. Oh, here they are. Yeah, that's them. They were just slightly shorter. So the Incredible Swirl has really great height on it. I love these. I even love them sometimes when they go to seed just for a bit of like wispiness. And then, oh my God, there's just so many to go through. Forget-me-nots. I did the Chinese forget-me-nots this year. I did pink and I did blue. They did really well. The only thing with them is I noticed you had to be really careful when you cut them and they really needed conditioning quite well. So I think I would definitely condition them overnight. My poor cat's trying to eat its food and all my seeds are around it. They flop really quickly. I've tried a few different ways and really every time makes them come right. So, and they're really pretty. I've definitely used that blue is similar to the cornflower blue. And I find that the stuff I find that quite hard. And that maybe is a challenge for me this year that I have to try and branch out and see what I can make with blue forget-me-not, the Chinese ones. Because the Chinese forget-me-not versus what is the normal one called? Just standard forget-me-not. It's quite there's a different, I think the normal forget-me-not color is quite easy. Anyway, so I will definitely be doing those again. Oh, and I've got another Orlea on me. Oh, pop. Scabiosa pincushion mix. I saw Joe from Blenheim. Oh, I can't think what her name is now, her farm. Oh, hold on, it might be written on the, she sent me some seeds. Tynes Field Blooms. Oh my gosh, I should have checked this out. I'm sure it was her that she had these and said that they were amazing, this mix, because I've got so many scabiosas. In fact, one could say I grew way too many scabiosas this year. Yeah, it actually got a little bit out of control. Let's see. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sure I got some scabiosas from you, Lee. Maybe I used them all because I just went through and biffed a whole lot of seed packets of empty ones, because apparently I like to put empty ones back in. So this year I did Snow Maiden, White. These are all super easy to grow in autumn. Scabiosa, Oxford Blue. And see on her packaging, she's got the hardy annual, so spring or autumn. It's quite handy. Black Knight, I love Black Knight. And then Fata Morgana. We always laugh about this, Fata Morgana, because my husband's name's Morgan. So, yeah, that's a good one. Yarrow, definitely yarrow. I've got to dig some yarrow up. I've got this, like, ugh, who's prickling me? I've got this yarrow out the front, and it's right when you pull up at our house, so I hate it. It's sort of like a darky, reddy, pinky, purpley thing, and I'm very much enjoying having white. There's like a really lovely buttery yellow, a pale pink, those sorts of ones. I use them all the time, but that bright, I can't even think what the color is, but I just find it so unusable, and it doesn't work in the garden that it's in. But then I forget before they stop flowering to write which one it is, because there's a few surrounding it. Now I've got a little spike in me. Anyway, so I've got to do some digging. I've got some white here, pastel fruits. That's a nice mix. And then there's summer berries. I think that one came out of the summer berries. I would love more yellow, so I'm going to start dividing. You forgot to stake them, so then they do go crazy, the scabiosa, if you don't stake them. And they get tangled. I get ruthless, and I just cut a bunch of them in one go and sacrifice so many different flower buds and all that, because it's just like trying to untangle them is tricky. Anyway, sidetrack. That's no experience being poppies. Yeah, it's the perfect time to look at things that you want more of or less of. So I'm going to start tagging everything. I might even tag my dahlias, so I know who's who, because I had heaps of peaches and cream, and I thought I had heaps. I gave most of it away. I have one plant now, and it's done terribly this year. I keep finding snails all over it. Anyway, I would go around now and look at what you're enjoying and what's worked well. And because you always want to try, obviously it's different if you're growing things in a cut flower line specifically for selling flowers, but it's nice to have repeats of things so it looks cohesive. So I'm going to go through, like my yarrow, for example. I love having that at the front. So I'll go through and divide it and sort of do a few repeats down the line, because I've got quite a long garden. I'll probably grow more from seed, because I love growing them from seed. They're really easy. So that's another one. Oh, you guys can help with this. A triplex, Auroch. How the heck do you say this? O-R-A-C-H. A triplex. Sometimes botanical names are easier than the common names. I feel like I always say this wrong. And I've just discovered that I have quite a few packets of these. I really liked this year. The I haven't got any that have photos to show you. Oh, I wonder if I've got, hold on, this book here. Did I just prepare this earlier and did I put that in it? Hold on, standby callers. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It was the smudged one. Oh, here it is. Yes. Oop, oop, oop. Do it that way. Is that plant there? Is it in the dock family? It must be. It always looks like it. I actually used some dock flowers this year in an arrangement. Yes, this book is fantastic. And look, I sat through, in case we had someone that didn't know any of the flowers we were talking about, and highlighted some. But I think that was the main one. I'm just going to call it, what would you call it? Or arc. That's how I think I've been saying it. Or arc. Or arc. Or someone's going to say it. I've got red plume from Egmont, golden, this is an Emmerden seed, and ruby gold. I liked all of them. Probably used the ruby gold and the dark one, the red plume, the most. But yeah, I had the passion fruit vine hoppers on them. I don't know why, they were just so attracted to them, and it ended up making them really sticky and yeah. So Scabiosa star ball is the only one you need. It is. That is true. I should have done way more Scabiosa star ball. I've got heaps of it sitting outside drying. I really like that one. I used to, years ago, I had it and I had a lot of it. So I spray painted it like metallic gold and put it in my Christmas tree. and every year I pull the stuff out for Christmas and like there's still some left. Like it's just holding on. The spray paint must have really like kept it going. Okay, I should hurry up because I just realized I said that I'd probably only talk for like 15 minutes and here we are. Verbena, I'm definitely going to do again. Yes, that one is just absolutely cranking at the moment. What else have we got? Snapdragons. I've got snapdragons. I must have used up quite a few. And of course, remember you can get the different types of snapdragons. So it's worth looking at the different groups of them. Some flower early, some flower late. I tried to get some that would, oh God, I'm losing them all over the table. I tried to get some that would flower earlier because I get rust really quickly here. And it must be in my soil now because I feel like I had rust right from the get-go actually. Sometimes the flowers were okay still. Straw flower. Oh, and black knight and yeah, there's more. There's more. Oh my God, sorry, I must have rubbed my eye badly. You've got to have a few scabiosas, but you've got to draw the line somewhere. And I definitely didn't do that last year. Honestly, I've got like a long strip down the side of our driveway, and I reckon the scabiosas probably took at least 30%, 40% of that. Straw flowers. I don't think I'm going to grow these again. I don't think I'm going to do it. I grow them. They're really easy to grow. They're strong plants. I just don't love them. I've got one packet left. And I noticed I saved some seed too. I'm not sure why. It wasn't a particularly nice one. I saw someone with, this is the silvery rose. I saw someone with an arrangement with these and I was like, they grow really well. So maybe it's worth it. If you can talk me into it, I'll do it. Otherwise, I'll probably still grow them and just give them to someone else. Give me a there you go, Ruth. Sold. All right. Damn, should have waited to send your vase till tonight. Okay. Is there any other seeds you want? Yeah, see, I don't even know if I'll grow any snapdragons this year. I just saw a great thing, probably on Instagram, from a lady in England, and she was doing swaps for how do I label my dahlias? Do you mean in the ground or when they're out of the ground? In the ground. we'll swap more seeds. In the ground, currently, I would say not a single dahlia is labelled. I should label them now because I'm going to declutter and get rid of a whole lot because I have way too many, and it's, yeah, there's too many. I want to get that pink, what's that pink tape called from Bunnings? And it's sort of like a loose flappy tape, and you can just tie it around the bottom. Because I had these like crappy tag things, these white tags that sort of do that wrap around, but they always end up disintegrating and breaking, or I don't know, blowing away. So I think I'll do that. Anyway, that thing I saw, she was talking about doing swaps for flagging tape. Thank you. Yes. Swaps for plants that are more drought tolerant, and less maintenance, and all these sorts of things go on for longer. And it's sort of like, I'm trying to go more in the perennial shrub way. And she was saying, so one of the swaps she's done is verbascum. So instead of snapdragons, I think this is right, snapdragons, she'd swap for verbascums. And like the verbascums that I had here, although potentially too big for the spots I put them, I could move them to other places because I wasn't going to grow anymore. But I have got a massive spot at Mum and Dad's, and I don't know if Mum and Dad are watching, but up on the bank, I think we could fully fill that space. They were prolific, and I know they haven't got a fantastic vase life, but for me, like, I really just need flowers for photos with the vases. That's my main, and then obviously the workshops as well. And then the other swap that she did was penstemons and larkspur. Do you know what? Now that I think about this, I reckon I've written it down wrong, and I reckon she swapped the larkspur for the verbascum and the snapdragons for the penstemons. That would feel better, I think. That would make more sense. Anyway, I'm into that. I've got maybe 3 different penstemon colours. I love penstemons, and they're really good from cuttings. I grew so many of them from cuttings. There's a really cool electric blue one that I really like. I grew it from cuttings, and I grew it from seed last year. I think the seeds are somewhere in this. Look, this pile is just, we've gone this way, and then we've gone this way. And this is just my sort of autumn suitable flowers. The rest are all in that other tub. I bought heaps of zinnia seeds and I completely forgot. So I've just found them today. Well, there's no point in putting them in now. Okay, so snapdragons. If you want the snapdragon seeds, you can have them. What else have we got? Oh my God. Biplurum. I love this. I really love this. But this is like, I feel like I'm pretty good at growing stuff from seed. It is like my thing. If I could start again, all I'd do is have like a little boutique nursery or something and grow plants. I love growing plants. I really struggle to get this to grow. I had maybe a tray of them this year, and I reckon I got 3 plants with flowers. that was exciting. But I really like the look of it, and I love anything that's greeny and foliagey. So I will try. I used to have heaps of bags of this, and they seem to. Well, look, we'll try what's in here. The Bryza quaking grass. I heard that this is much better sown in autumn, so I'm going to give this a go this year. I've had it a few times, and it is really pretty. I like all the different texture stuff and something that's a little bit different. So definitely going to be doing that. I've got 1 packet of stock. I don't really do stock because I have a very small property, and sort of, yeah, they don't take up heaps of room, but I need stuff that's more like cut and come again, or big bang for your buck kind of stuff. But I do have this 1 packet, which I will do. Unless you want those as well, Ruth. Razzia, Monada, lemon mint. Yes, please. All right, I'll add that to the pile. Lemon mint. The snails got these for me this year. I've not experienced these yet. I think these would look so cool. And these are definitely a autumn grow along one. A stock not cut and come again. Not generally so, unless they've released some some new branching ones. In my experience, they've always just been a one-cut wonder. And they tend to get they're sort of coming out right when it's sort of that icky late winter, early spring, getting all the rain. For me anyway, I think they end up not doing so well. The plume is hard. I got 3 plants out of 2 packets. Yes. I love that. Thank you. You always just make me feel better. What about Monarda? Did you get any of that? I've never grown this before. So there's quite a few seeds, 50 seeds, and it sounds like there's heaps left. I tried these in those soil blocks, Ruth, you know, how we did the little ones. Yeah, the snails. I started putting once I had juiced some lemons and I just biffed the skin and stuff out in the garden. I don't even know why I did it, not thinking about it really. And I went out that night and the snails were all over them. It was crazy. And they did it with, I think, mandarins as well. I think we got tangelos. They were just insane. So I started trying to put those sorts of things sort of in the vicinity of my seedlings, but away so that they'd go to that instead. Ultimately, I think you just have to go snail hunting. We're kind of coming to the end, I think. I've probably missed a few. Liatris, the Florist Touch. It's like the sort of spiky but fluffy one. I really liked this year. Unfortunately, the white ones, when they were flowering, it was terrible wet weather, and they just went brown really fast. I should have cut them a bit too early and at least enjoyed them for a little bit. Delphinium. I love growing delphinium from seed because it's a real challenge. Because again, the snails get them. I was trying to do all those fancy ways. I saw everyone putting wet, what do you call it? Paper towels on top to keep the moisture in and all that hoo-ha. None of that worked. And then I just sort of tried my luck and popped them in and left them to it. And about a month later, I was like, oh my God, we've got some. And the little leaves are so sweet. So this is what's so exciting. And sometimes, yes, it's flowering now. Oh, can you send me some photos? I would love to see some photos of that. I might put some more echinacea in. I believe I had some of these, Ruth, from your seeds. I believe I also might have forgot to water them. So, yeah. Jewels of Opar. I had so many of these plants. I ended up sending them across country. I think I sent them down to Cressida down in Chicago even. And you know what? Out of all the plants that I had, I know right this second I've got one that's got like a flower stem. They were tiny. They were like this big. And like weeks ago, they were still this big. And I did them, I feel like I sowed them in spring. So I'm pretty sure these aren't frost tolerant. So I'm going to give them a go in the greenhouse, just a couple of them, and see how they go, because I love the look of them. I should have cut it and put it in my little purpley ready arrangement. Yes, so there are so many seeds. There's lots of stuff you can do. Possibly too much. Do we like plants too much? Yes. Amimagis. I'm going to do this at my parents' this year because I had tons of it here and we had quite a bad storm, and I did have it staked, but obviously not well enough, and it completely went flat, and I had a terrible empty space right out our door there that looked dreadful. So, but I love it. Same with the Dara, the chocolate coloured. So this is like Queen Anne's lace. It's like a chocolate coloured version of this. That did really well for me this year, but again, it was massive. So probably going to save the really, really big things for putting down at my parents. Sea holly, and then the blue globe for thistle. I also have, my friends gave me some of these as well. I'm going to give them a go shortly, just a couple, and see. I feel like with our changing climate, you can kind of get away with having a play around, and if you're not too invested, then it doesn't really matter. But it's always worth giving things a go and seeing what happens, because I mean, you never know. You never know what's gonna. I mean, we're in the Waikato. It's pretty temperate here. Some people would say we didn't even get frost last year. My grandma. I say we do, because I was so delighted, because I thought, oh, that will kill all of the bugs. It did in fact not kill all of the bugs. I have absolutely been smashed, and that's, I guess, the one thing about being in town, one of the things that's a bit of a pain in the butt, is you're probably always going to get bugs if you've got people, like I've got someone on one side with a pittosporum hedge, and then there's an ivy hedge, and it's just what happens. I'm missing one that see, there's another feverfew. I would like to do more. Oh, lemon balm. I've loved lemon balm, and I was hoping if I have it in a protected spot, it might not get frosted back so bad, so it might look okay in winter, just to try and have a little bit of greenery in winter. But I love it. I love the smell of it. I love using the foliage, but also I love it when it goes to seed, and then using that at the same time. So this has probably been one of my favorite plants this year. I'm going to do some violas. Has anyone grown eucalyptus, the silver dollar eucalyptus from seed before? That's exciting. I love growing that from seed. It's really fun. It's quite easy to get them now. When I got these, probably like 3 or 4 years ago, so they're probably not even that good anymore, although they did work in spring. It was quite, no one really was selling them, but these ones here, you're going to say blue dollar, silver dollar, definitely grow that. I mean, they're obviously a long-term thing, but if you've got time, yep, we've gone through that. Penstemon electric blue, yes. I grew that from seed and cuttings last year. I think I gave quite a lot of it away. I just really like giving plants and seeds away. Chinese forget-me-not we've been through. Oh, sometimes it's worth going on Trade Me as well. If you can't find, oh my God, I thought my door was wide open so that my neighbours could hear me rambling away. I'm going to stop in 3 minutes, okay? You'll be done with me. It's really worth looking. I got the pink linaria, that sweet little, okay, I'll get to that in a second. This pink linaria, I couldn't find it anywhere. And once again, I saw it on the Danish guys. Is it just called The Perennial Garden on YouTube? I love their videos. They're so good. And this home grower just had some of them for sale. I actually looked before. There's definitely purple seeds in it as well, because that area, and I'm trying to cut the purple ones off so that it doesn't, cross over. But they send like the sweetest little notes as well. So definitely do that. Easy to sow now for autumn flowers. Do you want them for like having as cut flowers and like bringing them in, or just having them in the garden? I mean, it doesn't really matter, to be fair. I would definitely do sweet peas. Definitely do sweet peas. Make sure that you can sow them now, but make sure you're, like, I'm going to be working on my sweet pea frame and beefing up the soil like I do, some sort of organic matter, composty stuff. And I am going to put lime in this year. I realized that I used to put lime in. I don't know. I was sort of going on about that at the start, but I don't know if anyone was actually here. I used to always put lime in, and they do really, really well. So sweet peas, Orlea, definitely Orlea. Definitely Orlea. What have we got? We've got sweet peas, Orlea, feverfew, cornflower. Oh, Nigella, loving the mist, because you said you saw that the other day and you were going to get that. Oh, definitely. And have a look at King Seeds, because they've got, well, at any of the places really, but they've got the green pod and the black pod, because the seed pods are really cool. Like, the flowers are amazing, but anything you can get, like double your dollar for, you know, if you've got the seed and the flower. That's amazing. Yeah, definitely do those. Yeah, have I missed anything? I'm sure I've missed stuff because I just got this massive pile. I've got white forget-me-nots. I love white forget-me-nots. What was the second one? What was the second one? I said Orlea. After Orlea. What was the second one, please? Yes, sweet peas, Orlea, cornflowers, Nigella. Am I missing one? Feverfew. Did I say feverfew? I mean, I would just sow any of these. This is bad. I like to just sow a bunch of everything and see what happens. No rhyme or reason. Just throw it all in. Didiscus. Is that how you say that? Didiscus. This is like a miniature looking, like a really little looking Ammi Majus or something. A slight difference. Yeah. Has anyone grown this before? I got a couple of plants out of this. I'm a bit mean. Sometimes I'm like, oh, if it's too fussy, maybe it's a me thing though, but if it's too fussy, I give it a year or two and then I'm like, nah, move on. We don't have enough time to do that. I think if you don't know what Didiscus is, I found it in here. Okay. So it's I think I got, gosh, it's tricky using the camera backwards. So it's quite dainty. Yes, Tara, I did do eucalyptus. I've got heaps of seeds if you want some. So this is the Didiscus. Is that how you even say it? I'm not sure if I'm sold on that. I think it would be lovely in like a wedding bouquet or something, but I don't know. Yes, Tara, here it is. I've got heaps. I've got so many little baby eucalyptus littered around my garden. They're tiny because they're probably, I would have some from 3 years ago, 2 years ago, and then I sowed some last season. And I grew so many that I do remember I had like a little punnet. Because I just start them in a punnet and then, you know, bump them up as I needed. Well, I hadn't bumped this one up and they'd sort of just grown 3 or 4 together and all rooted together and feel bad, but I just biffed them into the garden. I've got no idea what happened to them. But it's well worth growing them. They actually, like, they take a while, but I feel like Zoe Woodward, I think is her name, the UK lady. She has lots of great YouTube videos on the eucalyptus, and I feel like it's maybe after like some of mine from 2 or 3 years ago are quite big. Maybe the 3-year-old one I could possibly take some off now. Yeah, Ruth. Okay, it is too fiddly. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Gypsophila again. I think there's other ones that are better now. I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong. If you think I'm wrong. Baptisia. I bought Baptisia plants last year and I got seeds because I like to go all in. In fact, I Googled the other day when I could do cuttings of it as well because I thought let's just do like the trifecta. You can do them in autumn. I'm going to do these. Okay, this is a definite list. I think this week I'm going to make a list of like priority ones and then work my way through. Like for me, I'm going to do the Baptisia, the Feverfew, some Nigella, Calendula, definitely, Coreopsis, definitely sweet peas. I don't know. I think there's some people that weren't here at the start. Actually have no idea if it was recording or not at the time anyway. I got this. I'm waiting for Garden on a Hill. I got a lot of sweet peas from her last year, but when I went to get some to be prepared, she might have updated now, but there weren't many available. I got this Elegance Lavender, but it's it flowers during the short days of winter and early spring. So that might be a good one to get, just to try and like bring you out of the seasonal, the seasonal depression with no flowers. So sweet pea, that one definitely. I'll probably just do a few sweet peas, and I like to stagger my sweet peas. So I always start in March and potentially do a succession maybe once every 4 to 6 weeks. And what I do when I plant them, like I've got out the front, like Morgan built me an amazing frame, and it's just got like a thin bed below it, and that is my sweet pea frame. As you can tell, I like sweet peas. But then what I do is I stagger. So the earlier ones I'll put in a sunnier spot. So like the front of our house gets most of the day sun. And obviously with sweet peas, as it gets too hot, they can't cope. They're much better with cool season. And so the ones that will be flowering later in summer, I try and put in in a spot where they get a little bit of sun. Like obviously they need some sun, but not completely baked, to try and really drag out the season. But sometimes I have like 6 or 7 different spots with sweet peas, because more is more. Well, no, that's not true. I look at my garden now and I think more is not more, and I'm going to get rid of a lot of dahlias. Oh my God, I can hear my children laughing. Campanula. I'm sorry, I'm just dragging on now. I just like to talk about plants. Campanula is definitely going to be happening this week. That's Ruth's one. And then what was that one, Ruth, that you said? Oh, it was the cornflower, the classic mix. Is it the classic mix? I don't know how had a bad sweet piece. Oh, that's a shame. God, all this weather, eh? It's a real bugger. Okay. I should have saved more of the seeds, although I don't know if I want to save my seeds if they had thrips and all that. It's better just to start. Oh, I know. It was the cornflower classic magic mix. That's the one that I'm going to start first, and then work my way through the other cornflowers. I'm going to do some Aurak. Oh, I've pushed the pile of giveaway seeds down, so now they're everywhere again. I might do some more of Ruth's Sweet William mix. Okay, so I'm going to start with this many and work my way through. If anyone is still there, let me know what you're thinking of growing this week. If you've seen any seeds that you like the idea of, I'm more than happy to send you some seeds. If I've got more than like 3 left. Ruth clearly has a good seed collection, because she sent me a lot. Oh, I didn't know. I thought Garden on a Hill only did sweet peas, but these Baptisia seeds are from her. And then I also just need to go through all my all these. They're actually really spiky, the Orlea, to get them off. It's a job for another day. I feel like I'll probably have to leave my seeds out and come back to it. Look, I've even got, this is so bad. I've got, no, that's an Aquilegia. I've got delphiniums from my grandma's, and I've been in a hurry. Okay, thanks, sweet Sue. I just grabbed this from my grandma's, and I was in a hurry and just jammed it in. And there's still seeds all through here. I've got, hold on, I need a bag. Has this got anything in it? No wonder Aquilegias spread so much. Like, I think half of it is already empty, but can you see? You probably can't see. But, oh, yeah, look how much seeds in that one little head. Oh, this might be a good time to stop. I'm getting a little bit. Have you ever grown painted tongue? Painted tongue. Hold on, let me just Google that because that sounds familiar and I might know it as something else. Painted tongue. Is it called angel wings as well? Was that one? That sounds really familiar. No, that looks really pretty. Is this the one you're meaning? I quite like the creamy ones. Where do you get seeds from here? Visit. Oh, I'll have to. Can you DM me after so we can have a chat about it? Oh yeah, I like those. Oh, see, this is the problem, isn't it? You end up talking to people that like plants and find more plants. I'm probably going to have to start growing that one. I thought that might be I grew a new one, and I can't think what the botanical name is, but I think the common name was like angel wings or something. And oh my God, sorry. And I had a couple of plants, but I think that was one where you can get like a mix. I prefer the packs where you can get individual colors, because you can guarantee there'll be one color, maybe two, that you don't like, and you can guarantee that'll be the most prolific color in that seed mix. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good start anyway to autumn. I've actually not done a YouTube live before, so I have no idea what happens after this. But if I can put it on the YouTube and it stays, I'll go in the description and write a whole lot of bits out of what we've talked about, and sort of put what I'm doing this week. Or see, I forgot status pokers. I definitely want to do some of them this week. Now, oh my God, they've all just gone. Anyway, got seeds at Ham Gardens ages ago. I couldn't grow them. Oh no. Oh, have you got any seeds left? Oh, I don't live far from. Did you acquire the seeds, or did you get them at a fair at the Hamilton Gardens? Oh, tell me later. Oh, nice. That's nice. So I have sent the rest of my family to the far part of the house, and I said, if you come through that door, you'll be on show. So I can hear one child still up. So it's 8:15. Thank you very much. This has been very fun. Well, once I was walking around maybe that particular garden years and years ago, actually before I worked for that particular place, and I was with my grandma, and she bent down and got some hellebore seeds. They were like just perfect, like they were just popping, and I was like, oh my God, I'm such a goody good. Oh, okay, I'm just going to pretend that you've got dementia or something and I can't control you if anyone hits us up about it. I don't even know if we got them growing after all that stress. Yeah, I'm going to get in trouble for saying that. Anyway, you bought them. Oh no, now I've really put my foot on it. Anyway, thank you very much for hanging out with me. It would be actually way more cool if everyone could be on the screen and we could all just chat away. But anyway, it's been fun. I hope maybe you've got some ideas of what you might like to grow, or might not want to grow. So thank you very much. And maybe we'll do this again in a month or two, and we can look at how things are progressing, because I'm going to have a really big clear out. I'm going to sacrifice, Zoom, that would be cool. I'm going to sacrifice the amazing zinnias and cosmos and celosias in the greenhouse, because I need to get it cleared out so I can get all my seeds going back in there. And I even have dahlias that I just biffed on the floor that I just had no room for anywhere. And I thought, well, we'll see what happens, and just biff them on the floor, and they're growing through the shelves that I have in there. So I can't stop talking. Okay, thank you very much, and I will see you next time. Horror.